Welcome back, everyone. This is Forex Babble, and we will be getting into the second part of our MT4 tutorial, where we will be breaking down and explaining how to use MT4 simple and easily. Alright, now let's get back into it. This time we will be going through this bottom portion here and the rest of the tabs to give you a better idea as to exactly how to trade. Alright, before that, let's get into, when you have your platform open, you can always hit Control T, and that will bring up your the bottom portion of your panel here. Alright, and you can click on Trade. You can click on in this area here, it will have all of your trades that you have live. They will be here, and you'll have the order number in this column, the time that the trade was actually executed here, the type of trade, whether a buy or a sell, the size, your volume size, the actual symbol, the currency pair, the price that you got in at, and then if you had a stop loss attached to the trade or a take profit, the actual closing price where you actually exited the trade, whether in a win or a losing position, and then any commission or swap, and then of course the profit, whether you're in a negative or actual profit. Alright, so Control T to get out of that, Control T to get back in it. Then other tabs here, account history, it shows your entire history of trades, any news that might come out, any alerts, mailbox, let's say the market, code base, any types of code that you need help on, experts, and journal. Alright, so that's pretty much all that is. We'll get out of that. Alright, now when you are inside of your MT4, you can this right here is your cursor. It allows you to drag the screen left and right. Alright, very straightforward there. This right here is your crosshair. This actually gives you the price, which is depicted on the right hand side, as well as the time stamp or date stamp that's at the bottom. So you can find out what time this candle opened, what time it closed, as well as the price on the right. Alright, so a great way to use this crosshair when trying to figure out how far a move had taken place is, let's say you wanted to see, okay, from this candle, how far was the move down to here. Alright, and you can drag it from the top and you can drag it down and then hold it to the bottom of the body of that candle. Alright, and what that's telling me, because we are on a 30-minute, let's go to the 1 hour. Alright, and let's do it from here to here. Alright, that way it'll be a little bit more easier. You drag it from there to there. Now if you notice that there are 3 sections of numbers there by the crosshair. The 7 represents the number of periods, in this case hours, that we're measuring from. Now what it's telling me is that from the first candle where I dragged it from to the bottom candle, it was a total of 7 hours. Okay, and then the next set of numbers, the 869, represents the size of the movement. Now, like I mentioned in previous videos, in this case, the farthest number is a micro pip, and the left 2 digits are the actual pip. So you can either say 869 micro pips, or you can say 86. If you want to say 86 pips, that will be right as well. Alright, so, or if some people might say 86.9, that's very uncommon, but you can either say 869 or 86 pips, full pips. Alright, and then the last number is just the price of where my cursor or my crosshair is. That's where the actual price of my crosshair is at the moment. And if I move up some, you notice that number would actually move with it. Alright, so if I move over, you notice that the first number, the hour, as I move away, it's telling me, okay, you're moving over, you know, 20 hours, 25 hours, 30 hours, you know. So that's the way you do that. And you move up, it's telling you how many pips from this point you're going down, or this point going up, you know, or this point going, you know. So that's pretty much what that is. So your crosshair can be very useful. Of course, you can use that in relation to trying to figure out, let's say, where price is. Like, okay, this one opened up, this candle opened up right here, and it was 1.13558. If you look all the way over, that's where the crosshair is. It's at 1.113558. So you can use this for in a lot of different ways. All right. Now this is your, as you see when I hover over this, it tells you that it's the crosshair. This tells you that it's the cursor. This right here tells you that it's the vertical line. Now with the vertical line, you can plot that anywhere. Click it again, you can plot it there, and basically it tells you, you know, if you're trying to realize, you know, a certain part on the chart, you can use a vertical line for that. Now to remove the vertical line, you need to double click on it. And if you notice the handle at the top, handle at the bottom, as long as you see the handle either at the top or bottom, you can right click on that and then hit delete. Alright, now if you have multiple vertical lines, you can hit, you know, delete all selected, as long as the handles are there. Because if I double clicked off that and if I hit delete all selected, it'll only delete this one. But if I have this one with the handle and I hit delete all selected, it'll take away both of them. Alright, so let me show you. Okay, you see that? That's gone. Let me do that again. Alright, I'm just going to do this one and hit delete all selected. That one stays. Alright, so the handle needs to be highlighted or selected first. Alright, now the same thing for the horizontal line. Alright, horizontal line, great for if you're trying to plot areas of support and resistance. You know, you need to move it, you can move it like such. It's the same thing as your vertical line. You highlight it and you can move it from left to right. Alright, let's get rid of that. And like I said, you can use these lines for like areas of support and resistance. If need be, you know, you can move it around. Alright, so we're going to get rid of all of them. Alright, now trend line, this is oops, this is your trend line. The reason why the trend line is pretty popular is because, like for instance, you see prices moving up. This is it's on an uptrend, so I can do this. Let's see, I'm sorry, I can do this. You know, you have to drop the you have to click down first, and then when you highlight it, you can swing the back on the tilt. You know, each of these handles, the ones on the back, the left and right, the farthest ones, you can grab and you can swing. Okay, the one in the middle will actually grab the entire trend line and you can move it about like this. Alright, so you can try that on your time. The ones on the back end, you can, it'll pivot from the farthest handle. Alright, like such. And then this one you can, you know, move about like that. And this will give you an idea when there's a, you know, when price is in a trend. You can do one of these numbers here. Alright, and you can tell, let's say if I was trying to realize if this was an actual trend, which it is a trend, but if it breaks this trend, I know, okay, now actually I would be doing it like this. I would put this here. Let me put this back up for you guys. Alright, so this is a trend. I would do this. do something like this. Now this is, I'm just doing this just for the sake. So but when you're doing trends, you know, there's a trend going up, you know, you can do another one if you wanted to as well, something like this. And if it breaks out of this trend, then I know that, okay, price is going to go down. As soon as it broke that trend, some people, they would wait till the current candle that broke the trend closes to get in. Some people will wait until it actually break the actual trend, then they'll get in, depending on if you're a conservative trader or an aggressive trader. All right, so that's the way you do that. And you have the channels. The channels is very similar to your trend line. The only difference is you can move them about just the way I just did. The one on the left with the only one handle, you can move that one freely, so it's a free hand. And then these are just like your, you know, you can move them together if you grab the one on the end. So remember that the one that's single has the single handle, you can move that one about, but the ones on the end, as just as well as this one, you can move that one in the middle, it'll grab both of them. So this one will grab both. The one with the single handle would only grab one. The ones on the end will actually control both lines, and it'll swing it like such, you know. So you can tighten it up if you had to, depending on the actual movement. And to get rid of them, of course, just make sure the handles are highlighted and delete. All right. Fibonacci, this is your Fibonacci. To plot it, just drag it. What you would need to do, you would need to hold either here or here for the handle. You can't just grab it or double click anywhere. You would have to double click here or here where the dotted lines are, and it will highlight the handle, and then you can drag it accordingly. See that? You can drag it accordingly. And the Fibonacci is pretty cool. These lines here, you know, you can use these lines as a gauge to how far price is going to move. If it breaks this line, and if it fully breaks this line, you say, okay, now I'm going to have this one as my next level of where price would go. And then if it breaks this one, you use the next one, then the next one. Same thing if it's going down. So I'll make a video on that later, but that's your Fibonacci. And then if you want to make text, you can do this. You can, in the text field, with sample, you can change the font, the size, the color, you know, boom. You have to double click to move it about. Double click and you see it stays there. So the text would actually stay there, and you can move it about, and you can do the same thing. Make sure the handle is there, and then you can delete it. But when you draw the label would actually, you can do the same thing, change up the color, the font, and the size. The label actually stays with your screen. See that? So if you wanted to tell yourself, you know what, I need to watch, I need to be alert at 12:30. You can set this as a reminder. There's a lot of ways you can use this, but that's just the first thing coming to my mind. You can use this as a reminder, and you can do that. So that'll be good. So yeah, you can definitely do that. And let's see. So you can move that about like that, and the same thing. If you can put a number of these on your chart. I'm just gonna put text, and you can highlight them, and then you can remove them all at one time if you had to. Same thing. So basically, your vertical line, your horizontal, your trend line, your channel, and your Fibonacci, you can plot them, but you can also, when you have the handle there, you can remove them all at once. Alright, arrows, you have thumbs up, thumbs down, arrow up, down, stop sign, check sign, left price label, right price label, and you can delete all of them. And this thing, it is the same as before, just like the trend line and all that stuff. You can double click and you can move it about, or you can have the handle there. You go right click and you can control the properties. You can put a description, you can change the color, you can change the thickness of it and all that, and you can remove it the same way, you know. So that's very useful if you're trying to plot where certain instances of a pattern or a certain candle took place on the chart. You could put a check sign. Okay, this is let's say okay, here you have a long wick, and you can just do that. You can find all the long wicks and you can plot them on, you know, and you can go back. You know what, yesterday I had 14 long wicks, you know, and then you can get rid of them all at once, or what have you. Very simple and easy, just like that. Alright, new chart. If you wanted to open up a new chart, you can always go here, this plus button here. You have the plus for the indicators and you have the plus for the new order, but then you also have the plus for the new chart. So if I wanted to open up, let's say another chart that's not here, that's not down here, I could open up, let's say GBP CHF, and it opens it up in another window. Alright, and then I could go, remember what I said before in the last video, I can go to templates and I can put on the red and blue, or whatever template that I have set up. Alright, so that's another way that you can do that. Profiles, I don't even go here. This is not something that's really important. Market watch, this is another way that you can you know, you can put charts on your screen down below. Anyone that's highlighted, you can right click on it in new chart window, you know, or you can place a new order here using your market watch. You know, you can take a look at your tick chart. Alright, so I don't even use this. Let's see, go back to symbols. So I could right click on it, new chart window or chart window, and then from here I could load template, blue and red, just like that. So you can always right click and go to chart window to add a new window here. Alright, so that's another great way, another great feature. Let's say if you wanted to, your data window, let's see, your data window would tell you wherever your cursor is at the time. It will give you an actual reading of what happened during that candle. So right here on this candle, as you see it on this candle, it shows that the date shows the date, the time, the open price, the close price, the high, the low, and the volume. Alright, and so that's what that is. And let's see, navigator. Okay, if you were you can go to all of your different, you know, indicators and all that stuff, the same ones that are found here. You can go there. Okay, so you can do that, very simple and easy. Okay, so that's what that is. Your terminal, as I said, you can find that with Control T. And this is my demo account, so, and I don't even use this account, so that's why there's really nothing here, no action. So and then strategy tester is not something that I use, at all. All right, and auto trading, you have the meta editor that if you're into editing any code, you can go here. All right, and then you have auto trading. Auto trading is very useful when you are taking a trade. Let me just show you guys real quick. So right now I am the current candle. Let me just go here, and it is 10:11. Looks like this is a bullish candle. I'm just gonna jump in real quick and see. As you see, when I clicked that for the first time, like I said, I never used this account. Clicked it for the first time. The trade panel, it asks me, okay, one-click trading, so it's gonna be a very easy way to get into the market. So I click yes to accept the terms and conditions and hit OK. Alright, so now when I click it, I'm going to be into the trade automatically. Okay, for some reason it is not working. Did not understand why. That is weird. Let me do this. That is weird. Never seen that before. Oops, new order. Let's just go here. Let's see. I'm not quite sure why the my chart is doing that, but I don't even use FXCM, so I don't know how their policy is, but for whatever reason it's not allowing me to put in a new order on demo, which is very strange. But nonetheless, when you're doing auto trading, basically it makes things a lot faster when you have trades down here, just like you have the X's. Let's say when I open up the market watch, you have this X here. When you open up a trade, you'll have X's to the right of all of your orders, and you can just click on it to exit out of it. Alright, so it makes it a whole lot easier and more simplified, of course. So just wanted to make sure that you guys are familiar with this this feature and how it works. Alright, and let's see. Let's see, so underneath here, and you know what, I stand corrected. The one-click trading allows you to actually place an order as well as close an order. The auto trading is pretty, that's, you can have that off, but some people they may use bots, and the auto trading will enable any external system to actually work with MT4. So if you're not using any type of bots or anything, you would probably not, it wouldn't even matter if that's clicked on or off. So just wanted to make sure that you guys understood that. So here you can open up a new chart just like you can going anywhere else. I've shown you view, same thing. You have the same menu items that are here. You have underneath here insert. If you want to insert indicators, again, you have different ways of getting to it. You have different lines, channels, the GAN, the Fibonacci, shapes, all that stuff. You want to draw a rectangle, show somebody, hey, look at this movement here. You can do that, but you can do the same thing. You double click on it. When you see the handles, you can delete it. Alright, so arrows, shapes, like I just showed you, pitchfork, all that stuff. You can play around with this stuff. The charts, you could change the type of chart. Let's say, yeah, you could do all the same things you can do up there, you could do there. New order, another place, new order, place a new order. You can do that, just like I showed you before. Window, if you want to change the different windows, whether tile, cascade, horizontally, vertically. If you want to arrange your icons, you can do that as well. So something else I just thought about that is very useful. I tend to be very anal about how I have my all of my currency pairs set up. I keep everything in alphabetical order, so I would move that. You can move these about. just like this. You can move them. So I tend to have them all in alphabetical order when I'm actually going live. So that's how you do that. So yeah, hopefully this video, you guys, was very informative. I pretty much went over everything when it comes to this this MT4, the MetaTrader 4 platform. You know, I think that if you look inside of the description area, I will place a link for if you are trying to learn how to install indicators into your platform. Very simple, very simple and easy video on how to install them. Take a look at that. And if there's any other questions that you might have, feel free to contact me at info@forexbabble.com or forexbabble@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to assist. Also check out our website, www.forexbabble.com. We have a few training sessions that we do conduct throughout the week. And if interested, if something might interest you, feel free to sign up, and we should be available for your any types of assistance there. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to end this video. Wanted to make it short and sweet, and hopefully this was very informative. Happy trading, everyone, and thank you for watching.